Hello everybody. So today I am going to do a quick unboxing of the Case Club PS5 unit. So I travel quite a bit for work. I wanted to be able to take my PlayStation with me instead of leaving it at home. So I did some scouring on the internet, looked all over YouTube, found very few options for the PS5. This is one that I came across. I believe the other one that I came across, it was a monitor that you could attach to the back of the PS5 and it almost turned into a laptop. That wasn't really feasible for me. I prefer the all-in-one unit where PlayStation, monitor, and everything would be protected all in one case. And this is what I found. So let's get it unboxed, see what it looks like. I'll plug in the PlayStation, power it up, and just kind of go over my first impression of it. So I received it yesterday, haven't opened it yet. Like I said, I want to do a YouTube video for this because it was very hard to find anything on any of this stuff. So let's get started. So first impression, even when I initially picked up the box, is this thing is pretty stout. So have a travel handle here where you can extend it out. Rollers here so you can roll it when you're traveling, make it easier to transport. You have handle here so you can lift it. Let me adjust the camera just so you can get all of it. So again, Case Club, they do a lot of custom stuff for guns and ammunition and different things like that. So they're well known for their cases and also for their foam. So let me lay this down flat, get this thing opened up, and continue on with this video. So as you can see, have a place here, put your padlock. Also a spot on the other side so you can lock it twice. Here, have your latches, one here, other latch right there. See what it looks like. Wow. So even though I knew the monitor was a 24-inch, still pretty large for a monitor. I don't know how well that translates onto the screen. So came packaged pretty well. Came here with this for video instructions on how to get this all set up. monitors made by BenQ. So we're off to a pretty good start here. With this all-in-one package, I knew it was going to be pretty difficult to get an LCD or any type of monitor like that without paying just a crazy amount of money or building it myself, which I just really don't have the time to do. So you can see, got one fan here, another fan there. Got 4 USB ports here, all with controllable toggle switches to be able to toggle them on and off. Got your main plug here. So I'm gonna go ahead and start getting all this stuff plugged in and hooked up. And I will be back with you guys in 1 second. Okay, so just really quick, my first impression is that the PlayStation fits inside of the phone really, really well. It's not going to move anywhere. You have, strap coming across both ways for when you're not playing and this is enclosed, that your PlayStation is going to be pretty secure. Also, they come with these 2 speakers. They have brackets on them here to where you're supposed to be able to fit it inside of here and rotate it over. So your hinges are going to act as like a stand. But as you can see, when you put the speaker here, the speaker is too tall to rotate this over and it's hitting the top of this lid. So just to alleviate that, for now while I'm playing, I'll just set them here and figure out something about, getting these brackets hooked up. I mean, it's not that big of a deal, but, it looks kind of cool when you have them hinged up here on the brackets and you have this whole setup in front of you. Also, so you can hear the fans going. Like I said, the USB hub, have 4 individual toggle switches to turn on and off. So you're able to turn off the speakers, you're able to turn off the fans, and you are also able to turn off this one that you can use to charge your PlayStation. Another thing too is that this one doesn't come with a power cord for your PlayStation, so you have to use your own power cord provided by Sony. I have a full home theater system, receiver, surround sound, all that. So my stuff is wired and packaged pretty tight in my home theater setup. So I had to pull my cord from behind all that to plug this in and get this working. So one way I'll probably alleviate that in the future when I'm traveling is just to buy a separate power cord. That way I can always have one in here while I'm traveling and leave the other one hooked up in the main theater room where I play at when I'm home. But other than that, I mean, I really like it so far. Like I said, it's packaged really nice. I mean, the footprint on this, when you're traveling, moving around, it's not very big. The PlayStation is huge. I mean, the 1, 2, 3, and the 4 we're nowhere near the size of this. So when I used to travel in the past, I would pack my PlayStation 4, no problem. I had the backpack that was designed for it. I'd slap it in the backpack, take it with me. Pretty lightweight, but it's no way you want to put this thing in a backpack unless it's specifically designed for it. And I wouldn't want to have this on my back lugging it around. I'd rather be able to pull it with the wheels. But anyway, let's give this a shot. I'm gonna go ahead and turn this thing on. We'll be able to see how loud the speakers are. We'll also be able to see what the display looks like and see if this will work for a lot of you guys if you're out traveling. So you're able to adjust the side, the display area. It was pretty accurate. You can make it smaller, make it larger. I'm used to playing on a 65 inch. So I'll leave mine relatively large, just so it won't be that big of a discrepancy. So I'm gonna hit OK. Of course, I'm not online. If I wanted to, I could, connect this to Wi-Fi. For the games that I've been playing lately, I haven't been playing any multiplayer or online games on the PS5. You can see I got Horizon, both Horizons on here, Zero Dawn and also Forbidden West, Seafood, Last of Us 2, and Ghost of Tsushima. So only one of those that has online gameplay would be Ghost of Tsushima. So when I'm out traveling, I can easily connect to Wi-Fi if that's what I want to do. But just for this demonstration, I'm gonna stay offline. So I'm gonna go ahead and come on here. I mean, this display is, it's really pretty good for what it is that you're gonna get. It's probably gonna be better than any TV that you're gonna have if you're in a hotel room. If any of you guys are traveling offshore, you probably only have a certain amount of TVs that you're going to be able to share between you and whoever else is out there. So this will eliminate having to share a TV or take up a full TV if someone doesn't want to sit and watch you play on your PlayStation. That'll kind of take care of that. So let's see. So here you can see, not a ton of lag. This is pretty good, guys. I'm not gonna say I wasn't expecting much. For the price point that this is, my expectations were actually set pretty high, but I think for what it is that I'm going to be doing with the amount of traveling that I'll be doing for over the next year or so, this is going to be a perfect solution for me. So let me turn these speakers up so we can hear what the speakers sound like. So, these speakers are playing in stereo, so they are left and right. If I spread them out a little bit more across the desk, you're probably be able to hear it better with left and right. But again, I'll be in a relatively small room whenever I'm playing this, so this is plenty loud for me. If not, I have headphones. I would plug my headphones in and go that route. But if any of you are going to be doing a ton of traveling and you want to be able to game, not go stir crazy wherever you are if you're traveling for long periods of time, I would highly recommend this. Like I said, the other option that I saw was the option where there's a monitor and you attach this monitor to the back and it's hinged. It almost looks like you're unfolding a top of a laptop, and that was one option. And I think the other option, I can't remember the name of the company, but it was the same type of setup. This case, instead of it being hard shell plastic, it was aluminum, so it was a little bit more premium setup. But I don't need a premium setup. Luggage gets thrown around and tussled and jostled around, so I didn't want that aluminum to get beat up and banged up. So I'm pretty happy with this. Shout out to Case Club for coming up with this solution. You have storage right here for your controller. Like I said, if you're gonna leave this in your room, you can leave this plugged up, be able to plug your controller in, let it charge while you're out doing whatever it is that you're doing. Storage compartment right here for your speakers. Be able to put both of these speakers down in here, and when you're traveling, you can strap them down. You also have strap right here for the remote as well. For when you're traveling, you'll be able to store your remote here and strap that down as well. Unless you just want to lug your PlayStation around and tie it into the hotel TV, I mean, you're more than welcome to do that. I know most of the TVs in hotels now are kind of difficult to get to the back of. They have their satellite and their hotel feed and all the other type of stuff wired into them. So if you don't want to deal with that, this may not be a bad solution unless you're just going to flat out use a portable monitor. But even if you use a portable monitor, you still have to find somewhere to transport your PlayStation and that monitor as well. So why not just get an all-in-one solution? I mean, this foam is pretty stiff. And another thing that they mentioned in the Case Club video that they have on YouTube is if you spill anything on this, it's not gonna soak it in. I mean, it's not like I'm gonna have any drinks or anything sitting up on the top of here, or eating hot dogs with mustard or anything like that on top of here to spill and do any type of damage. But I mean, hey, that's still good to know. They also show where this thing is waterproof on their video. I mean, I'm not going to test that. I paid for this thing, so they didn't send me this tester to try and demonstrate that. But it does have the gasket here around the monitor to keep this thing protected to the max. But anyway, have any questions, feel free to ask. I'll try and answer all the questions as best as I can. I mean, they have the specs on their website for this monitor. I went with the LCD, the 1080p version. They have a pro version that I believe is 1080p, 144 hertz, which was more expensive than this one. That was your mid-tier. And then they had the top tier, which was a 4K monitor. I believe that was at 60 hertz. That was the most expensive. This one was the least expensive. I'm not going to say cheap because it wasn't cheap, but the least expensive base option was this one, which is 1080p running at 60 FPS. So that's the one that I went with. It's going to be perfect for what it is that I'm doing while I'm out and about traveling away from home. So again, appreciate it, guys. Any questions, feel free. Any suggestions, feel free. Appreciate the time. Thanks and enjoy.